Game number 13 tonight. We seem to ask this question
Yes.
quite a lot,
Game
don't we?
number 12 only a few days ago.
Tom Williams is with the fans in Ipswich now. Tom.
Yes, good evening, thank you. I'm outside the town hall, actually. If you look to my left, this is the Mannings pub, and inside a whole bunch of Ipswich supporters. Do they look concerned? Well, maybe, maybe not. Let's head inside and we'll go and have a chat with a few of these fans, a few coming out as well. Now, there's a Scandinavian branch of Ipswich supporters that travel to all the matches, which is quite astonishing. A whole bunch of them are here now. Most of these guys are actually Norwegian. Inga, that takes an unbelievable amount of dedication, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but when you fall in love with Ipswich, you never lose that passion.
Well, it's incredible. So it's a love thing. That's why you do it.
Yeah, it is. And to get away from my wife as well, of course. Don't tell her, please.
Terry's over here to my right-hand side. Why do you support Ipswich, Terry?
It's from the Bobby Robson era, from the 70s and the 80s, from the beginning of the 70s.
So you were inspired by Sir Bobby with all the success that he brought with him?
Yes.
You must spend such a long time on the road.
Yes, I have been.
But you remain dedicated to following your team?
Have been so, yes.
And then one final thought here from Inga. Tonight's match, it's the 13th of the season. Surely a win's going to come.
Well, I've said that, the first 10 matches I've seen so far this season, but I'm afraid it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
OK.
That's my prediction anyway, so obviously I hope we win, but...
OK, Inga, thank you. Norwich City, of course, played last night against Leeds. They lost 2-1. Not too many Canaries fans in here, and it was a bad night for the Canaries keeper.
Leeds made a fast start. 15 minutes in, Bradley Johnson headed in. Norwich responded, Grant Holt with his 10th of the season. The Canaries were on top, but Leeds had the better chances. Jermaine Beckford once.
What a save!
Twice. Then third time lucky. Fraser Forster undoing all his good work.
It's a terrible kick. It's gone straight to Jermaine Beckford. And he has won it, surely.
The keeper distraught, the manager in disbelief, but proud of his players.
They were brilliant. Honestly, that's the way we've been playing since we've came here. It's as good as I've seen all of them. But we never deserved that. As I said, I might be biased, but we never deserved that.
Well, back here at Mannings pub in the town, let's get some predictions ahead of Ipswich against Watford. Quickly around then.
First season's win.
It's a blue
2-1. So there's relative optimism here tonight. Don't forget you can hear this match live on BBC Radio Suffolk. Also, Peterborough United are in action tonight. They're at Doncaster. That one is on BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. And don't forget, we'll have all the goals on BBC Lookies tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. They're an excitable bunch, aren't they? Now, in the newsroom earlier, our poor producer was surrounded by 4 women all having a go at him about the fact he won't turn his heating on for his poor wife.
And somebody else upstairs said that they went in and felt the heaters to make sure that the heater hadn't been on while they'd been out. And I thought I was bad not switching the heating on.
Well, yours won't be on until the new year, will it? The reason we were talking about this is because it is getting colder. And now Autumnwatch is back on our screens. This week, the presenters Kate Humble and Chris Packham are spending the week in North Norfolk.
It's migration time at the RSPB Reserve at Snettisham, and these red knot have flown almost 3,000 miles from Arctic Canada and Greenland for the safe roost and plentiful food in the wash. And for just a few days, when all the conditions are perfect, they will treat anyone up early enough to an amazing visual feast.
When the tides are right and when the weather's right, you can stand where we are now, and literally thousands of these birds will pour over your head just above it.
I mean, we got up kind of before most people went to bed, really, this morning, and got here. It was still dark, and we watched the sun come up. It was the most beautiful dawn this morning, and we stood, as Chris said, just up on the rise there and watched these birds come over, and we were both trying to be sensible and kind of, talk about why they did this and everything, but actually we're just going, oh, look at that! I mean, it was just fabulous. It was absolutely fantastic. It's one of those experiences that just make you realise that you've got the best job in the whole world.
The knot flock together partly as a means of communication.
They pack very tightly together, particularly if a predator does appear, a thing like a peregrine falcon, and then they do all these remarkably sort of balletic twists and turns.
It's like watching the best kind of Busby Berkeley dance routine, really, isn't it? I mean, it's incredible synchronicity. It's absolutely beautiful.
Chris and Kate are on migration watch in Norfolk all this week, and you can see what they've filmed on Friday's Autumnwatch on BBC Two at 9 o'clock. And what a display these little birds put on. Possibly the greatest show on earth. Carol Bundock, BBC Look East, Snettisham.
What
Unless, of course,
thought.
you know different.
That's just amazing. Julie, the weather.
Thank you, Susie. Well, it was a blustery old day today. This was Felixstowe a little earlier this afternoon. They had mean speeds of around 17 miles per hour on the wind front, a southeasterly, so quite a keen one, but it did gust to 35 miles per hour at times, and we had similar gusts across a good part of the region. Now, today has been rather cloudy as well. There's the latest satellite picture, and tonight we hold on to that cloud, and I do think we'll see some outbreaks of rain. Most of it, at first, quite patchy and on the light side, but as the night goes on, the potential for something heavier and more persistent, even in this northeastern corner. Actually, I think we will see some rain eventually spreading in, and again, it has the potential to be on the heavy side. Temperatures, well, milder than last night with that good covering of cloud and those outbreaks of rain, around 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, so the low 50s Fahrenheit, and we hold on to a good moderate to fresh southeasterly. Now, tomorrow, this low pressure and this weather front push eastwards, but actually the pulses of rain move up the weather front, south to north. So tomorrow, again, cloudy with outbreaks of rain, and through the day, the potential for some heavier downpours at times, especially later on in the day in the east. So some quite heavy downpours possible over the next 24 hours. Temperatures around 14 Celsius, that's 57 degrees Fahrenheit, near normal for the time of year, with the southeasterly winds eventually easing down. So that's Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, perhaps some early rain on Thursday, but then largely cloudy with a few showers. Friday also largely cloudy with a few showers. Saturday cloudy with outbreaks of rain, and some blustery showers expected on Sunday, but milder nights courtesy to more cloud.
Thank you very much, Julie.
If it's going to rain on Sunday, you ought to have the evening out, didn't you? An evening with Stuart White at the Cambridge Arts Theatre in Cambridge. We've got Ben Thapper from G4, we've got Neil Innes, Mark Foster, we've got Jackie Dankworth, we've got Susie, we've got Julie, we've got me, and we've got a big bear. All we need is you.
That's how you get tickets.
Yeah, it's on the screen. See you tomorrow.
Have a good evening. Goodbye.